What's up guys, how you doing? It's your boy Fitz today. Hope you're having a fantastic day. We're going to be going over how to reach rank 9 and some of the teams that have helped me get that far, and then also how to go from rank 9 to rank 10, which I'm currently learning how to do successfully. I went 9-1 on my last set of 10, and I've currently won 2 more, so I'm 11-1 on my last 12 battles in rank 9 on my way to rank 10, and I will share with you guys all my glory. Now, with that being said, if you hit the join button on the main page and you go to the platinum tier, I have PvP coaching. So what does that mean? That means I can help you build teams, I can help you understand why you lost, I can help you understand why certain Pokemon do certain amount of damage, I can help you learn how to switch, I can help you learn how to shield, I can help you learn all those things. Because believe it or not, even though I'm getting really good at Go Battle League, I mean really good, I'm better at coaching and helping others understand why they win or lose or how they should pick things. So simply hit the join button, platinum tier, PvP coaching. By the way, we become friends in Pokemon Go. If that's all you care about, you can go the $2 a month. We can be friends in Pokemon Go forever. Now, let's get on to the video. So right away, while we have the Go Hub in the background, which we'll get in a minute, let's go ahead and discuss a battle that I had with an unfortunate key matchup. So Wigglytuff has Charm. Charm hurts really bad, right? I'm like, ooh, I want to build up some energy because Charm has a low EPT. So I switched to Skuntank because Poison's doing super effective damage. Now Charm is too, and it hurts really bad. So I went ahead to go with the Sludge Bomb to see if they would shield or not. The Crunch, excuse me. To see if they would shield. I wanted to bait a shield. I really did. And mission successful. So I baited a shield, and now I know I'm going to die. That's just the way it is, especially with Charm, it just hits so dang hard. But I have 2 shields, they have 1, so I sent out Altaria, and this is a good matchup with 2 shields versus 1, because I already had the energy gained already, and then of course Sky Attack does good neutral damage with Stab to Azumarill. Now remember, I have 2 shields to their 1. Now I do need to shield this. This is definitely an Ice Beam coming, guys. Even if it's Play Rough and they charge a little bit more energy, this is a move that's coming that can one-hit KO me. So of course I have a shield advantage. I'm going to go ahead and do that. Lo and behold, it's an Ice Beam, and I have a switch, if you see in the lower right-hand corner there. But of course, I'm going to go with another Sky Attack. These are really hard to hit excellence, by the way. I never remember where to actually keep my finger on the side there. And if you didn't know about that trick, well, there you go. So this is another Ice Beam, but I'm thinking to myself, Wigglytuff's almost dead. I wanted my Altaria to survive, and I have a better energy gain distribution. I'm getting my energy quicker because of that initial battle with Wigglytuff. That gave me more energy before I switched out, so I knew I was going to win this 1v1 battle. So far so good, even though the beginning of the battle was not looking so great. Now next up is Wigglytuff. Wigglytuff, of course, is going to kill me. It had a good amount of energy gain during that whole time I was fighting Skuntank, and then I was just praying that this Thundershocks were going to kill Wigglytuff, and lo and behold, they did. And then their last Pokemon was Lucario, and Superpower was all she wrote. Thankfully, the counters did just enough damage to where I could survive against Lucario, but Superpower does super effective damage. Lucario has a low HP stat, has a low defensive stat. Superpower is an extremely powerful move, doing 90 damage for only 40 energy, which is extremely overpowered. And lo and behold, I win that battle against that trainer after a very, very, very hard counter in the beginning, a very hard situation to get out of. Thankfully, I picked the right teams, which is what we're going to go into. So I'm going to open up the app, and I'm going to go into my teams battle. I am currently 61-102. So 61 wins, so roughly, what is that, 39 losses? 39? 42. Whatever, right? Let's go over to my teams. Right now, when I'm for the actual rank 9 to go into rank 10, this is my team, leading with Whiscash. And then I have a Tropius to cover what you're seeing on the screen right now. Behind screen is Swampert. And then I have Altaria basically to cover Skarmory, because I don't really have a hard Skarmory encounter, even though Whiscash is pretty good. Because what I'm seeing a lot of is what you're seeing right now. Swampert is a lead most of the time in rank 9, and you will find this in other ranks as well, not just rank 9. This is for casual people, and this is for lower ranks as well. So feel free to steal my team and use it. So feel free to steal my team and use it, and if I pull up the team again, real quick, just so you guys know what the moves are, because I know that would be a question. Whiscash is running Mudshot with Mud Bomb and Blizzard, which Blizzard did just win me a game literally 2 seconds ago. I only have Leaf Blade on my Tropius with Razor Leaf. I'll get to Razor Leaf in a second. And then with Altaria, I've got Dragon Breath with Dragon Pulse and Sky Attack. So there's the team that you can run. You could play with who you want to lead with, but the reason why I chose Mudboy there is because of Swampert. It's not a bad lead against it, and then switch into a Razor Leafer, which does massive damage. You can knock out the Swampert before your opponent even blinks. Registeel, Mud Bomb does super effective damage to Registeel, and you can tank a Flash Cannon with Whiscash. Yes, you can tank a Focus Blast with a Whiscash, yes. But the fact that if you switch in with a Whiscash, you're looking pretty good. So Ground covers Registeel, and it does it very well with Mud Bomb. Alolan Raichu, just the last battle I just had, they led with this, I led with Mudboy. He was completely thrown off guard. Every single one of his Pokemon were weak to ground. I won the game. Meganium. I switch in. This is interesting. So you saw I had Altaria. That's fantastic. Does really heavy damage with Dragon Breath, Sky Attack, super effective. But what I found success with is using, believe it or not, Tropius in this matchup. Well, you're thinking Fitz City. Why would you use Tropius? Only having grass attacks at the moment. I don't have Aerial Ace and I have Razor Leaf against this Pokemon. Well, here's why. Vine Whip or Razor Leaf is not doing that much damage to grass and flying, so it's doing nothing. It's tickling Tropius. Mind you, it's really tanky. Frenzy Plant does nothing against my flying and grass type. Earthquake does nothing. So here's the thing. The reason why I switch to Tropius against Meganium, and if you come to this situation too, this is how you have to kind of think through the thought process. First of all, you have to know your opponent's moves. A lot of us know moves of a lot of Pokemon through rating, so some of us have some background knowledge of what moves Pokemon have. If you don't really brush up on it too much, because I know that can be really, really hard to do, time consuming basically. But try to learn some moves of Pokemon. That's what makes you a better PvPer. And Razor Leaf just does so much damage. It's such a strong move that even though it's not very effective in Meganium, it still melts it. It's ridiculous. Then go into Skarmory. If I run into a Skarmory, it resists ground, but it still does a decent amount of damage, especially with Whiscash, Mud Bomb, and Stab. So it does pretty good. Grass, not so much. Altaria's Dragon Breath does pretty good. Same with Sky Attack. Altaria could do pretty well in this matchup, so I'm never too worried about Skarmory. I do take it out. Wigglytuff, as you saw, is weak to poison, and Skuntank, especially in the earlier ranks, if you're under rank 7, or probably even in rank 7 and lower, Skuntank is really good with Poison Jab, Crunch, and Sludge Bomb, as you saw in the video. So run that. Let me know what you think. It takes care of all your fairies. It takes care of some grass types. It's very fantastic. It's a very good Pokemon. It's helping my girlfriend rise through the ranks. But as you get to rank 9, as you saw my team, things change. Things change a lot. Notice one thing I do want to reiterate is Tropius takes care of Azumarill as well. If you have shields, I just faced one. I had shields, piece of cake. You want to try to draw shields out as much as possible on your opponent so you could save yours and tank the hits. And then finally, Razor Leaf. I think this is the MVP. You would think Charm would be, because Charm is a very strong move in PvP. It really is. But Razor Leaf is just as strong. Razor Leaf's ridiculous. And I know a lot of people don't have Tropius, which is why I'm bringing this up. A lot of people run Vine Whip on their Venusaur. I don't think that should be a good idea anymore. Razor Leaf just does so much damage. It's ridiculous. It rips. It like 4-shots Swampert. It like 4-shots Whiscash because of that 4 times weakness. And also, it's just a heavy hitting move. And also, if you're going against an Azumarill, And you have 2 shields, it has 1. Razor Leaf, it melts it. Razor Leaf, for me personally, has been a godsend in rank 9 that's allowed me to win 12 out of 13 battles. It's because of Razor Leaf. I can't stress that enough. And like I said, I know you guys don't have access to Tropius. If you do, that's fantastic. Another good Pokemon, Shiftry. Shiftry with Razor Leaf. It's doing really well in the high ranks is what I've been hearing. You could give it Razor Leaf, you could give it Snarl, but like I've been touting, Razor Leaf. Give it Leaf Blade and Foul Play. You could give it Leaf Tornado. It buffs or debuffs your opponent's attack stat. You know, it decreases your opponent's attack stat. But Razor Leaf is something I've really learned that works really well. Now, if we go back to the video, to the phone here, I'm going to go over some more Pokemon that are really good that have helped me for you guys. So Fortress is pretty good in the early leagues because of its, first of all, its typing. It is weak to fighting, it is weak to fire, but fire is not very prevalent in the lower leagues. When you run into Alola Marowak, it's a piece of cake with the Whiscash or any type of ground type attacker. You could use Swampert too. It's pretty good. I've not run the Swampert, but I'm doing okay with this. But Bug Bite, Mirror Shot, Sand Tomb. Sand Tomb guarantees nerfs your opponent's defense. Mirror Shot has a chance to lower their attack, just a chance, but the Sand Tomb is guaranteed. So what you can do is you can lead with this Pokemon, give off a Sand Tomb, switch. Pretty simple. It's just a lead. I've had no luck with Frostlass, and I've also had no problems taking it out, so I don't really advise that. I wanted to test this Pokemon because I've been running into so many Swamperts, but that's when I found Tropius with just Razor Leaf alone is like 4-shotting Swamperts with Razor Leaf. So why use anything else, right? Why use anything else? Alolan Ninetales was good in the earlier ranks with Powder Snow, Psyshock, and Ice Beam, especially a lot of Altarias running around and maybe some other Dragon types like Zweilous. I've only seen one of those, but it wasn't difficult to cover. There's Alola Marowak. If you're wondering what you need to run, I would personally run Fire Spin with Shadow Ball and Bone Club. That's just me. Some people are running Hex, but Fire Spin, because you could go up against, that'll do heavy damage, heavy stab damage against your metal guys, you know, so you can run into Melmetal, which I've been running into as a lead. I've destroyed Melmetal with Mudboy, Whiscash, Registeel, not a problem. Of course, Azumarill is good, Bubble, Ice Beam, Play Rough. This is a pretty good lead, Snarl, Foul Play, if they're not leading with a fighting type. I have no use for Skarmory anymore at this moment in time. I tested this Pokemon a little bit because this is your good fairy counter. So if this was going up against that Wigglytuff you saw earlier in the video, this would do really well. You could run Raichu. I showed you a Alolan Raichu. It's I don't think you should run it. Check this out. This is something I'm going to test. Lick Body Slam Superpower. That is a steel counter. That will counter Registeel, Lucario, as you saw earlier. It'll tank, and it'll cover Melmetal, and it can even cover Skarmory. So, very interesting Pokemon. Lapras, Ice Shard, Surf. There's the Altaria. I've not seen a single Quagsire. Actually, excuse me, I've seen one in the lower ranks. I don't think it's that great. Here's the Skuntank that I was talking about. Poison Jab, Sludge Bomb, and Crunch. There are some other good Pokemon. There is Whiscash, Mudshot, Mudbomb. I've only run into a handful of Charizards. Melmetal can be an MVP. It's got me this far. Once I reached rank 7, it got me to rank 9 with Thundershock, Rock Slide, and Superpower. So give that a try. It'll definitely help you rank up. This Pokemon I had in the last PvP video, I don't think it'll do that great once you hit rank 9. But if you're in the earlier stages of the ranks, give it a try. It's not bad. It's weird, but people don't use the same Pokemon in the early ranks as they do in the high ranks, because a lot of dedicated players. But there you guys have it. Let me know in the comment section down below what you think. Let me know if this helped you guys out. I definitely want to know what you guys are thinking in the comment section down below. Smash that like button, and if you want PvP coaching or just to be my friend in Pokemon Go forever, remember to hit that join button and select the appropriate tier. That's it, the boy Fitz, sign off. See you guys in the next Pokemon Go video.